So good
Yeah,
morning and welcome to Weekend Investing Chat. We do this with Weekend Investors, and it's a pleasure to have you. And thank you so much for taking out time on a Saturday morning for us. So what we
thank you
want to
so
do
much.
is, yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead.
sorry, sir. Thank you so much for inviting me as well, sir. Very good morning to you and everyone of Weekend Investors community, basically. So, yeah,
So we want to basically learn from you. What has been your investing journey from start? How have you been investing? What prompted you to look for other things? How did you come around? How did you find weekend investing? And then what was your journey with weekend investing? So there's a long sort of we are covering this entire spectrum of what you went through and your experience.
sure, definitely. Yeah, I'm basically a qualified chartered accountant. I qualified in 2005, basically. So since then, I started my investment journey, but that's not a kind of very disciplined and then structured, basically. Um, the way that I started my investment journey is it's through the references, basically, I would say. So I know one of my colleague used to say, like, one of the stock, like, Vijay Textiles would go like anything and then go and buy it. So I mean, the beauty of the stock market for the first time investors is, I don't know, but if this is a true statement, but you know it's kind of an attractive thing for a new investor. Like, for first one or two instances, it will definitely throw a profit for everyone, and then the real picture will start from third and fourth onwards, actually. So that happened even to me. So I kind of you know I mean, looking at some of the tips that I got from my friends, you know it was so interesting to me that I can put more money. Then I started having my initial salary into this. I was bachelor that time, basically, so I just started 60-70% of my every month salary into SIPs mode. um,
Fantastic.
yeah, and I, unfortunately, I could not take. I mean, I really do not have that kind of understanding that those days, like, um, so I without knowing the tax implications, I kind of went into that ELSS schemes. So where I
Mm.
realized later that each of the SIP has 3-year lock-in period, basically.
Mm. Mm.
So that is how I kind of, my investments in the initial days was stuck, and then I changed my path in to kind of look at the IPOs. So reading some news about the IPOs, and then some gave me some good listing gains, and then the others have, I mean, I have 60-40 success there. But then I became a passive investor all of the sudden, because I thought, because of some of the hits that I have with one of few stocks, then I realized, then I think I'm a kind of very conservative in terms of my capital appreciation. Then I thought I should go for the natural protected schemes, like PPF and others. But it was in 2018, I guess. 18 January 2nd or 3rd is where I saw one of the article in Money Control.
Mm.
So
Mm.
there, it's I kind of looked at the entire interview, and then um, let me give a try with a look, actually. So that was yours interview. So
Okay.
it's I mean, it was, I think it hosted even on the CNBC, if I'm not wrong.
January
um,
2018. Yes.
January
And
2018.
it was a peak of small cap market.
Absolutely, and that's where the even, I don't know if it's I mean, luck is in my favor. I don't know, but I just enrolled after interview, and
Uh,
then I mean, for the next 3 months is where I literally felt very tensed. Actually, I hope you remember the emails coming from me, like,
yes, yes.
why this is going like this. So many drawdowns, 60. I mean, almost
So
I can
January
say,
to
like,
2018, January to March 2018 was very rough. And then
yeah,
again, I
my
think July to October 18 was also added to it. And we bottomed somewhere in 18 October, and then the return journey started a little bit there.
Very true. So I remember how many emails I kind of shooted to you, asking, like, do I need to stay here, and then or else can I completely exit this? But one thing I believed very strong is, whenever we go for a genuine professional advisor, so we should kind of look him as a surgeon or probably a medical professional. That's what I maybe in a layman terms I believed in that way, because when you go to a surgeon and he prescribes something, you blindly follow it, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
there is no other way. I mean, morning one pill, second afternoon something like that. I just stick to that approach, and you don't believe, like, I am not even hardly I see one or two in a week, like how my small case is performing now. I don't bother, because that gave me some confidence, because I saw 40% drawdown, and then I invested a huge amount after your subscription with MI25 basically in January 2018. Then I got some tensed when my capital was down by 40%. Then, but yeah, I mean, we need to have some confidence on your expert. Basically, that's what I learned basically over the last 2-3 years. Yeah.
So you've gone through the entire down cycle, and then you have seen how the recovery happens, and this is part of the entire game, that you have to sustain that down cycle to come winner on the other side.
Absolutely. MI25 is a perfect example for a life cycle, actually, I can say.
Right. So your journey from 2006 till about 2018, how has been performance, or your ability to pick winners or stay with the winners, or maybe having losers and staying with the losers? So there is a lot of psychological games that go on when you do discretionary investing, and a lot of times discretionary does not work for a lot of people.
Yeah, it works one or two instances. That's where you kind of get addicted to going to putting your more money there. But I mean, I was little. I was not that active. I mean, after my first hit with Vijay Textiles and some of the mutual funds as well. Then I was going in a passive mode. I don't know. I was little not at all structured in terms of my investing. Basically, sometimes I used to look at the Economic Times newspaper and some recommendations saying buy this, buy that. Then I go and buy. By the time I buy, it was already in high. Then I started having some different experience. So all these happened, to be frank. So I just gave up everything. I'm not even doing anything on my own. Even if I have some resources today. The firm thing that I believe is believe your expert, then that's it.
Okay. So which all products are you using? You're using MI25?
No, MI25 and MINNF10 is what I do on my wife's name basically. But I am the active subscriber for All Cap and then ATH.
Okay, fantastic. So ATH and All Cap would have given you fantastic results.
Yeah. And I can give one example, Alok, if that's okay.
Please speak free.
I just bought my new Kia Seltos April 2nd. That's where that was my daughter's birthday actually. So what I decided is I went for 7 lakhs worth of car loan. Though I have money with me. So that I went for 7.6% rate of interest car loan, and then I kind of invested the same thing in All Cap. You can see my subscription. I started that on April 3rd. And that 7.
April 3rd,
I think it gave me
2021. 2021.
April, yeah, April 3rd, 2021 is where I subscribed for All Cap actually.
Okay.
So I wanted to take because 7% paying is fine, but I am very confident that I'll get more than that here. And in fact, the returns that All Cap gave me, as I just saw yesterday night as well, it kind of covered me 7-month EMI.
Oh wow, fantastic!
Yeah,
very nice. So you have truly sort of imbibed the weekend investing concept into your investing life. So your learnings and your message to other people who are starting or who are not experienced or who are starting their equity journey or who are a little afraid of coming into any structured or systematic way, some learnings or some experience that you want to share with them.
Yeah. So I know it's very easy to say than kind of follow, basically, but one thing is, when you're believing your expert, I mean, look for a genuineness of the expert first, number one. Number two is, once you kind of trust him or her, stick to him. Nothing will happen in this seasonal things, ups and downs, go up, because I kind of how I perceive this whole of the products is like, they have built in a structured way. We don't need to bother. And we do have these seasonal things going up, Adani going up, down, all those can happen, but absolutely nothing to worry, because as long as you have a long term strategy of sticking to the system for at least 3 to 4 years is what typically everyone needs to kind of keep that in mind before coming into because I see some of my friends as well, the moment they think as a stock market, they feel that it has to give 100% return within short span of time. That never happens anywhere. If
So
it
having
happens, it has a lot of risk.
realistic expectation is also a major part of.
Absolutely, you need to be realistic, and you need to trust your expert with whom you are associating, and then follow him. Simple.
Great.
And the early that you start investing, the better. Actually, I think you kind of keep saying this, but in fact, one of my niece, she just passed out engineering this year, 2021, and she started working with one of the MNC. And then the first thing that I did is I kind of asked her to subscribe for ATH. She did.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's the I think you keep saying this, but the early that you start this journey, the more fruits
absolutely.
you can see it actually. Yeah,
absolutely. So Ram, another question I have is that now that you've experienced weekend investing products for almost 4 years, what has been your sort of thoughts about how we can improve, or feedback, or some critical feedback, anything that you don't like, or we can improve on that, something that may have come across your mind?
absolutely. I mean, when I thought of my first subscription in 2018, I was little skeptical that I don't have any contact number, I don't have anything to I don't know if this is I mean, I'm just saying from my heart actually.
Please do.
Yeah, so I was little skeptical, like, is this a genuine one, because I don't see any contact number, I don't see anything other than that weekend investing blog post, right? So but the kind of response I see from you, Alok, is tremendous actually. So it was, though you say it as a 12 hours is your typical turnaround time in terms of responding to an email, but I can say, like, it's hardly 40-45 minutes for any critical issues. But forget about the normal inquiries that is coming in. But I did make all those things because I hope that I am kind of maintaining a separate email. I don't want to kind of this to be clubbed with normal communication coming into my inbox. I just created separate one, which is
a great idea.
Which is dedicated to only these MI updates, basically MI weekend updates. So
that's a great idea.
I mean, even if you don't have this toll-free numbers or customized customer, that doesn't make any difference. As long as you have that, once you have that trust, go and shoot any email to Alok. He will respond in 3 hours, 4 hours, max of 3 hours is what I can see. I think I kind of even came back to you on Twitter as well, because I asked many times, how should I adjust this, how should I adjust that. The kind of response is awesome. Per se, I don't see any areas to improve. But one thing is, like I said, for my niece who are just started their earning journey, so probably I think you made it clear in the earlier forums as well. But if there is a way that you can start with lower investments and then lesser fees modules, that would be of great help.
So we are coming out with some new products next week that will replace some existing products and some new products. So one of the products is specially priced so that new investors can try out, and it's a lower price product. So we are trying to also cater to lower sized portfolios, because we need to encourage them also to invest and to grow along with the bigger investors. So Ram, thank you so much for joining me this morning and giving your precious time and valuable feedback, and your experience will motivate a lot of other people to try new things, not just weekend investing but equity in general, and so that people not be afraid of coming to equity market, going with structured product, going with advisors, trying to add more value to their investing portfolio. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And the daily bites were awesome, Alok. Actually, please continue to do that, because every day we keep learning something new. And one example I can give finally is, the sovereign gold bonds exercise that you made. It just made me realize that the time value of money, and then the discounting and how cheap it is available, and as a kind of hedge to the equities. That all,
Yes.
beautifully explained actually. So thank you
great,
for that.
Great. I'm so happy to hear all that. Because gold is something that is a fantastic hedge to equity. But a lot of people, because we have been last 50 years, the system has been so oriented towards financial products only that people have forgot about how to hedge those financial products. So we need to have that active hedge in place.
And is of more of a psychological thing. When people say gold, it has to be in physical form. Is what people usually believe.
That's true.
Yeah. But thank you for that. Couple of them are fantastic enough to kind of realize, like, how should you make your portfolio healthy. Not just weekend products, but at least different avenues that we have.
This is great feedback, especially because you are a CA, you understand all these things. So this kind of feedback coming from a professional like you is also very, very meaningful for others. So thank you so much, and have a great investing journey, and let me know if we can help in any way, anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
All right.
Alok.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.